In this Joseki, Paweł took black and Baptiste took white. I am not sure if all these letters are pronounced in Baptiste's name. Maybe it's more like Baptiste. Joseki. White goes out and black goes for a cut. Possible. This shape looks a bit annoying for white because of the empty triangle. We can compare it with some Josekis we know, right? This Joseki. Normal Joseki. But in the game, it's an empty triangle, so maybe white is white has not a perfect position. If I was black, maybe I would play this Kusumi like in the game. It's possible to just protect the bottom side, but only if no net works. Yeah, but net does not work. Net for sure doesn't work. So maybe we can protect the bottom and then fight. If white cannot connect the groups, it's difficult for white to fight. Yeah. But white pushed and maybe white shouldn't push. Maybe white needs to go out with the stone. Be a bit more active. If it goes like this, white is happy. If it goes like this, who knows how it will be. So what else can white play? White has a shape move. Black might continue like this, and it's a bit problematic. We need to go back to the game variation or simply play here. Well, now we don't need to play this move, but it's not much better. It's not much better. Though maybe it's better than the game. It looks a bit better. Black might play differently, but then I think it's also better than the game. A bit better. And there is also another cool move, which is this one. But I'm not sure if it's reasonable to play it after investing a move at A. This is a famous Tsuji. If black takes the stone, we get a good result on the bottom. But now taking the stone makes really a lot of sense with this AB exchange. The other option for black is to play like this, but then white goes out with a better shape, or even plays this cut, taking advantage of that stone. Might be also a valid option, though it might be also a very difficult fight for both. But yeah, we can also simply play here. I think it might be best to play this one. And if black plays here, then we can go for an exchange. Who is this exchange good for? I am not sure. Maybe it's good for black. But difficult to judge, is it? Or isn't it? Like this, sorry. Like this. Like this. Looks like a game, like a very beautiful game. This push is a bit slack. Black creates a beautiful umbrella on the bottom. And now I think that black might use that famous trick. Famous trick. After the attachment, if we have the stone from the other side, we can go the way which our opponent doesn't expect. Though, there is a little trouble. A little trouble is there. A bit of a trouble. So black might be forced to take this stone, and well, then it's not necessarily good for black. So maybe I don't recommend. Or black needs to find a different way. But then white can go here. And here. No, this doesn't work. So actually, oh, sorry. Actually, black is good, I think. Conclusion. If white plays here, black goes here. And if white plays here, black needs to surprise white back. Black went back, makes sense as well. This move looks good. Maybe this way black takes a bit too much, but it's also very risky to go in, and now black can attack white's corner. Maybe black should not be afraid of white's combination continuation. Maybe white simply plays this way. Maybe. So perhaps black shouldn't lose the stone, should play like this or so. But it also makes sense to just protect the shape. White luckily has time to go back, but still it's difficult for white on the bottom. Strange shape. Strange shape. This is the shape. It has a continuation. Black jumps out. And white found a way to connect the stones, but black still cuts some part. Looks more or less correct. I mean, I was thinking whether black can start with this move. Like this, maybe. If white plays here, then maybe some other way. But it would be very similar, in fact, to the game. Very similar. Does black need to answer this push, really? If answered, then at least play this move. Of course. But maybe black can play like this also. So black takes center. Also, maybe go for the combination which black went for later in the game. Maybe. There is a bit of a continuation for white, though. So it might be better to play this. Take center. Why not? Why not take center? Perhaps this is more important than that. Going back is too slack. This split is also too optimistic. Play here. If black connects, it's good. It's good for you. This move is a bit optimistic. Maybe better to play here. Like this, white found a weakness in black's shape. And when you get into such an empty triangle, it's not pleasant. Maybe be a bit more respectful to your own agi. Or maybe try that jump. So this was certainly aggressive by black. A bit risky. But white has a big trouble, so maybe it's all right for black if black can manage to attack first here, then there. Maybe it's good for black. I think this is a big mistake by white. It's all right. Black plays almost a neutral point around there, if we want to speak in a manner which will make us feel better. And we certainly take a lot by those moves. White found a weakness in black's shape. But maybe it was too early. Maybe first we need to prepare before we strike. Yes, white goes out. Well, I think well played by players, because indeed black's threat is not as important as what happens on the top, at the top. White connected, black takes something in exchange. Looks correct. Looks correct. As an alternative, I might suggest black to play this Atari and then extend. If white ignores the Atari, then black can be happy with the result. If white doesn't, then black is trying to make white busy in at two places at the same time. Even the ladder works. So it seems white has to play this Atari. But then black might try even such a bold move and give away a Ponuki. Or maybe better if black extends and keeps white busy. Though this fight is very unclear, very difficult to judge in such situations. Is it really good for black? Like this it is, but like that? Might be good for black. Might be actually quite good for black. But not very obvious to judge, especially if you don't see all of this on the board, but you need to imagine it. Just an idea. Now, white very smartly didn't answer, but showed a fighting spirit. And now tries to live. Well, is it a good moment? Still, there are important things happening at the top. It's urgent to play at the top. It's very urgent. We can put pressure on black's group if we play at the top. And if we don't play, black gets a big advantage by the next move. So now black might even consider Tenuki. Probably black should answer, but if black can take center, it's great. Kick and jump, possible, though I like the attachment to how is it in English? Pass a helpful hand, wyciągnąć pomocną dłoń to the group in the center. Now it's difficult to save this group, so maybe we don't need to. Maybe we can play like this and like that. And do we win the game? Let's be optimistic. 30, 45, 55, 60 plus Komi. But here there is 10, 20, 30, 40, 3, 53, 63. Black is good because there is a lot of agi in white's area. I think that black is good. If black can now not lose a move on the bottom, but play here and there, then black should be good. So white tries to save the stones. And this is already a success. We can play here. Sorry. This looks quite much like a success. But white still tries to save the stones. Well, in fact, it's not possible to save them because black can play like that, but this would be an even bigger success by white. So black goes out and then white saves the stones. Interesting. White saves the stones and black captures the other stones. Is it a good result for white? I am not sure, because now we lose the potential on the side. Though maybe we can play like this. Maybe. white cuts instead, and black has a great opportunity to simply capture the stones. Instead, white gives white a chance to save the stones, and now white could have saved the stones, and then the game becomes a bit difficult for black, because this variation looks a little bit questionable. Will black even live at the top? Well, well, I guess black will, but white already gained much. I think it's not good for black. So basically black has to sacrifice, but no, this also looks good for white. Very good. So black cannot capture stones in a net. Black needs to play here. But somehow both players missed how that Tesuji works. Now white started it and then didn't continue for whatever reason. So white should have continued or play here. First here and then there. And then white is good in the game, but white lost a move here, and then also, why this one? Why not? Well, at least here. Much better, right? Much better. So I guess both players are in Biomi and make a bit sloppy moves. And then white starts to break into black's area. This worked well. So if black finishes the shape this way, then even the break-in shouldn't be too much of an issue for black, I think. The white gains much, but we can then attack there. But in the game, white broke in quite well. And then black didn't realize a way to save the day. Because, well, first of all, before we play all these Ataris, we need to remember to play this move. For sure, we need to play it. And then, after the Ataris, we have that move, which still kills white's group. Because if this, then that, if this, then that, and if white plays this, then we can play here. White can go there, and then we attach. And white is dead. Sorry? We first play here, and then attach. So black missed that chance, and instead didn't play the Atari, didn't insert the Atari, and then didn't connect. And white captured another stones, which in center, which already made white good in this game. Now black's last chance is to attack this corner severely. Then who knows how it will be, but I think that white can even give it away. Give a part of it away. But with this move, black cannot win the game. Now the game continued, and an interesting thing happened still, because white was afraid to go down, but still white won the game. If white goes down, by the way, it's very interesting. Can black live? I don't think so. If black plays like this, this is dead, right? But is this dead? A bit embarrassing to not know the answer by heart. And it should be embarrassing not only for me, but for everyone. But black is dead. So black will first play here and then there, and then another very famous life and death problem. How do we kill it? We play here and then there. So black is dead unconditionally. But even after giving away such a corner, white still had much more than black on this board. White won by 20 points. All right, this is it about the game. And let's move to the next one. Let's move back to Group C.